Look, the supply chains we all lean on are cracking. No sugarcoating it. You know that gut punch feeling when shipments stall, costs spike, or suddenly your whole operation grinds to a standstill because some factory halfway across the world hits a snag? That's not just annoying, it's a warning flare. These chains aren't built to flex under pressure anymore, and every hiccup is threatening to tip global stability over the edge. While you're hustling to scale, investing, or pushing your company forward, the backbone of the whole system is fraying, and it's not just some abstract risk. It hits your P&L, your reputation, your entire business model hard. You're probably sick of hearing generic advice. Diversify suppliers, have buffers, lean on tech. Sure, but that's surface level. The problem runs deeper. These systems were designed for efficiency, not resilience. They're linear, fragile, and way too dependent on a handful of nodes who hold the keys. And when one fails, everything cascades. Remember those last-minute jolts from geopolitical chaos, natural disasters, or even simple shipping delays. That's the world flashing a giant red alarm. And no, stacking up inventory won't fix the fundamental brittleness. Here's what you have to do. No fluff, straight talk. First, stop buying into the one-size-fits-all supply chain model. That old playbook is dead. Actively build multiple mini-networks, not just alternative suppliers, but entire complementary ecosystems that can operate independently, yet link dynamically. Don't just hedge risk on paper. Create real, parallel supply flows based on regional hubs empowered with decision-making agility. Think decentralization, not just to avoid shutdowns, but to surgically reroute resources instantly when turbulence hits. Second, get ruthless about transparency. Deep, real-time visibility across your entire supply chain is mandatory. If you can't trace every component on demand, you've lost the battle already. Invest aggressively in IoT sensors, blockchain, AI monitoring, but don't stop there. Demand accountability. Partner with players who share that obsession with openness. If a supplier hides issues, cut ties immediately. No exceptions. Your trust capital is the most expensive asset you have. Third, stop running your supply chain like a machine that's supposed to hum quietly. Treat it like a living organism that needs to evolve constantly. Build rapid iteration feedback loops. Daily war rooms where procurement, operations, and strategy collide over data to course-correct instantly. This is your pulse check and your competitive edge. If you let your supply chain strategy lag behind market shifts and disruptions, you're bleeding money and setting up for failure. Next, and this is huge, integrate scenario planning with bold stress tests nobody wants to do. Simulate nuclear-scale shocks. Collapse key nodes in your models and test if your network holds. If it doesn't, redesign. This isn't a checkbox exercise, it's survival prep. Redesign isn't about spending more. It's about being smarter and brutally honest with what won't work. Finally, start thinking beyond borders. The old idea that supply chains align neatly with national borders or political alliances is a fantasy. If your supply chain strategy limits itself to watching politics and tariffs, you're behind the curve. You have to see the global system as a fluid web where cultural intelligence, local knowledge, and on-the-ground partnerships are your weapons. Build teams that live this perspective, people who know how to switch gears across regions without missing a beat. Fixing this isn't optional. You're not just protecting your company, you're holding one of the key pieces to global stability. Every ripple you smooth out where you sit pulls the world back from chaos. Be the leader who stops pretending supply chains are stable and starts building the networks that can actually hold when everything else breaks. This is the hard work few want to face, but it's the only path forward. Now get to it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and open the featured link to learn more.